Hey everybody, we're here with Elgrom, designer of Legionnaire Plus, and we're going to talk about Druid changes. So we're going to start with tell us a little bit about the base kit and some of the design philosophy of Druids in general.
Yep. So Druids in Classic in an interesting spot. Kind of the king of objective-based combat. Can run around and travel for him. Immune to roots. Get the points quickly. But kind of slow and weak in a head-to-head fight. So what we decided to do to the base kit of Druids to help them out in the kind of arena domain of the game was we buffed their Innervate spell. Their Innervate spell now kind of more akin to the Wrath version and will give you mana regardless of the spec of the druid. So we hope that this will kind of help them out in a head-to-head fight situation.
Yeah, all right, innovate. Sounds awesome. And then what about Resto Druids? Have you made any changes there?
So Resto Druids were the meta spec in Classic. They were very powerful. The most powerful of the three specs, so we have left them exactly the same. If you're a Resto Druid in Classic and like how they played, good news. They will be almost exactly the same as you remember. So unchanged
Yep.
there.
Okay, cool. And then so what about balance?
Balance, in contrast, has a whole bunch of changes. For people who loved playing the Moon Chicken in previous versions of the games, this spec was very clunky in Classic. Uh, just kind of sat around and tried to Starfire and then died. So in this version of the game, we've given them a lot of love. Uh, some of the things, I guess we can start with their capstone talent, Moonbash. This gives the Moonkin some protection. It is literally just your bash spell, but is usable in Moonkin form. So kind of gives you some, if a rogue's on you or something, gives you a kind of a way to get away without having to switch in and out of form. In addition to that, the mana cost of Moonkin has gone down dramatically. It now matches the mana cost of your travel form, so it's easy to spam in and out of this form without losing, annihilating your mana pool. Some other cool changes is now when you learn Feral Charge, we also have a Moon Chicken form. So Feral Charge Moonkin will jump very slowly to an ally unit. Very, very, very fun ability.
And very high.
And very high. Looks very silly. Might get you out of danger if melee are on you. You know, they obviously can't get you while you're in the air. And it kind of goes hand in hand with our Starfire talent. So, one of the changes in Centurion to Moonkin is they are allowed via Feral Aggression to move while casting Starfire very, very slowly. Um, some other things that we've added is the giving them some nice quality of life changes. So you have like some pushback protection now with via Heaven's Fury. So now when a rogue's on you or something, you're casting Starfire, you almost got the cast off. That pushback protection is gonna come in really handy securing that cast. The last thing we added to Moonkin is they are now allowed to heal in form. So they weren't allowed to heal previously. Now they can cast Regrowth and Rejuve. So you are kind of now an off healer, and that goes hand in hand with this new talent Solstice. Whenever you cast Wrath, your Regrowth heals for more. Whenever you cast Starfire, your next Rejuve heals for more. So you're kind of this, damage slash healing rotation character who casts a Starfire, right, on an enemy, and then you like heal your friend or whatever. You go in and out, you cast Wrath, and then you cast Regrowth. So not so much a pure damage class as much as an off healer, sort of do everything the class that druids were always meant to be. So yeah, that's balanced. Lots of cool stuff here.
Very cool. All right, sweet. Well, as you can tell, I am convinced and want to be a Moonkin. But what about Feral Druids? How are they looking?
Yeah, so feral druids, in a kind of a strange spot in classic, very complicated class with a very complicated rotation, and if you play them perfectly, they are kind of subpar mediocre class. So feral has also gotten a lot of love here. The main one, the flashiest one, is you might recall from Wrath, a talent where if you were to build up 5 combo points on a target and use a finisher on them, if I crit here, I will show you. Uh, your next nature spell is instant within a certain cast time. So not healing touch, but regrowth, entangling roots, etc. So that allows you to do some off healing, right? Pop out of cat form, heal your buddy, entangling root a warrior, all sorts of things. So that's the main thing. Also makes your next shift free, which is nice, not annihilating your mana pool. In addition, we've given them Feral Charge Cat from later versions of the game. So it means you don't have to gap close with Bear, which will help a lot. The last thing that we've done to them is we've given them your Claw applies a Mangle effect. The Mangle effect increases all bleed damage on the target by 20%, which means, by the time you have done all your whole damage rotation on the enemy, the Feral Druids do a ton of damage now. So while they can't really lock down the target with any snares or anything, they are an unrootable, unsnareable, just huge damage machine. Kind of terrifying. Um, the last thing about Feral Druids, it's kind of a buff. Not really a buff to their kit or spells or talents or anything, but the itemization in Legionnaire, you are not it is much easier to gear Feral than it was in Classic, right? You're not competing with rogues and so forth for the all the good agility items and stuff. As you can see here, I'm rocking some Storm Shroud, I'm rocking Mask of the Forgiven, etc. So this just helps you get your stuff a lot easier and do what you were meant to do, which is blow up mages and so forth, without having to rely on the funky gear of Classic and what's available to you. So yeah, that's Feral.
Awesome. Cool. Well, it all sounds great. And can't wait to play some Druid and play against some Druid.
All right. See you guys in the ring.